Last episode, we ended the season and gave a little preview of our playoff matchup, the Brooklyn Nets. Today we are going to Brooklyn for Game 1 of our first round matchup. Side note, I think I'll be trying 12-minute quarters starting next game. The sub 100 scores bother me, and we'll see how much harder they are to edit. But anyway, let's get on to the game. The Nets immediately, off rip, hand the ball to Trey's matchup, and that ends exactly how you expected it to. This could be a long series. But it doesn't take long for us to get on the board, and Dunn finds Collins for the mid-range jumper. It doesn't take long for Kyrie to Kyrie either, and he loses his defender and gets the 3 to go. Oh boy. Our offense is getting really ugly though, and we have a few turnovers to start the game. Things aren't looking great. This one happens to lead to a slam from KD, and we're down 7 just like that. I mean, look at this. John Collins can't even post up Jeff Green. What are we doing here, guys? I mean, come on. Lucky for us, Capella gets the mismatch on Kyrie, and we finally get a bucket. We have to slow our offense down and play a little calmer. And we are taking our offense a little slower on the next possession, and it leads to Trey getting a pull-up mid-range shot to go. Only down 3 now. I'm going to show you now what I haven't and probably won't show much of, and that's tons of misses from both teams. Karras has missed like 3 threes already, and there goes one of our own. That's a ton of this game. But that doesn't apply to Kyrie apparently, because he's just hitting contested shots over Dunn. Nothing I can do about that. Remember when I said, when in doubt, run a Trey floppy? That applies here, and Trey cuts the deficit to 4. One of the reasons I have Cam playing more than Hunter is this right here. He's not laterally quick enough to keep up with the guys half the time. We get burned for that right here. After like a minute and a half of misses from both of us, we just need a good old-fashioned Trey Collins pick and roll. And what do you know? It ends up with Collins dunking over Jeff Green. Perfection. But we only score 2 more points in the quarter, and the Nets don't. Long story short, we're down 12 after some really ugly basketball. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. Our bench is getting carved up, and our deficit only grows. But to their credit, Bogdan does hit a 3, probably the only one he hits in this game. But whatever, I'll take it. Bogdan will at least score again, even though he did do some really weird moves here, but whatever, man, it works. We got 2 points. Apparently, Spencer Dinwiddie is also a good shooter now, because he was hitting 3s a bunch in this game. Gallinari, on the other hand, was not. He was not very good this game at all, to be honest. Things don't go well for a while, honestly, but eventually Trey comes in and drains a 3 over Dinwiddie. Thank God somebody can hit a shot. He comes right back on the next possession and gets a shot to go over Dinwiddie again, cutting the deficit to single digits. He also finds Dunn for a layup on the very next possession. I told you, Trey was the key to us winning and being competitive in this series. He single-handedly has us in the game right now. How about another Trey shot after a good defensive possession? The Nets have been struggling a lot this quarter, and it shows. But after missing a million shots for a few minutes again, Dunn finds Collins for the slam, and we are only down 4 points. But KD said he's going to have the last say in that and drills a mid-range shot before we go to the half. We'll start off the third quarter in a really weird way, but it ends up giving us 2 points, so I'm okay with it. But yet another drought ends, and Trae Young bailing us out with the 3. Thank you, Trey. It's been like 2.5 minutes. Trey again is responsible for another score in a very ugly third quarter that I probably won't show much of, but another Trey Collins connection puts us down 7. Bogdan cuts the deficit even further with the 3 off the feed from Trey. Things are looking better. Obviously, Kyrie wasn't going to be quiet forever though, and here he is getting past Trey to put us down 6 again. Anyway, let's get to the fourth, but first here's Hunter greening a 3 to put us down 3. The fourth kicks off with Okongwu getting a switch and taking advantage of it, putting us within 4 for the 15 millionth time. But the Nets still haven't scored, and Okongwu blocks Kyrie's shot, and that lets us get on the fast break, where Trey finds Herter, who greens the 3 to tie us up in the fourth. Then after a miss from Jeff Green, Trey goes in for the floater to put us up 2. We have completed the comeback, and now we need to build on it while we can. I guess Kyrie took that personally though, because he cooks our defense and gets a wide open layup to go. Trey is taking it upon himself to win us this game, personally, and he shows us by greening the mid-range pull-up. On the next possession, Trey gets another shot to go. He's on fire in this quarter, bringing us back into this game. But Jeff Green won't let the Nets go quietly, even though he was like 0 for 4 from 3 up until this point. Whatever. But after struggling for a minute, the Nets come down and take the lead right back with 5.5 minutes left. Gallinari hits the only 3 he had all game here at the most opportune time, thank God. Everyone else has been bricking 3s all game. But Trey has Capella with the lob, and our lead is back to 4. Kyrie's going to do Kyrie things, though, cooking Trey to cut the lead to 2. Same thing next possession, except it's KD, and we're all tied up. We had several turnovers that killed us, though, like this attempted lob to Capella. This one just so happened to lead to Karis LeVert's only 3 this entire game, and we're down 3 points. We get another turnover because Collins decided it was a good idea to not stay wide open on the perimeter. But next possession, we get Collins lobbing to Capella, who gets fouled and will head to the line where he hits 1. Kyrie comes out of the break and drills a mid-range shot to put the lead at 4 again. And then we have an unexpected savior in Capella, who posts up Jeff Green and gets 2 points on the board for us. He also glasses Kyrie's shot on the other end, and that allows for us to get out on the fast break and attempt to tie it up. On the other end, Trey finds Cam to do just that. We're tied with 1.5 minutes left in this game. We have a near turnover on the other end, but luckily we get it back, and Trey in the post gets a shot to go over LeVert somehow. We're up 2. I'll take it. But let's look at Cam locking KD up. This is by far the best defense that he's ever played. KD has to throw up a shot and it doesn't go with less than a minute left. But not even Cam can stop the turnaround jumper though, and we're all tied up at 75. But we're going to hold for hopefully the last shot, and to end the game, we're going to have to go for an old-fashioned Trey Collins pick and roll. And he lobs it up to Collins for the lead! The Nets still have almost 5 seconds left though. That's plenty of time for them to get a shot. Alright, they're inbounding it to KD with Cam. Oh, I lost him. KD gets a wide open shot. Game. KD puts the Nets up 1 with 1.1 seconds left. It's over. We lost game 1 in dramatic fashion. A game we had a really good chance to win. But hey, every team needs their learning experience or whatever. Let's just take a look at the box score stuff and go home. As you can see, the percentages were awful for both teams, and we didn't capitalize on this game. If the Nets are firing on all cylinders next time, we won't have the same opportunity. But for us, our leading scorer was Trey with 23, and the poor efficiency is from missing several shots in a row a couple times throughout the game. Not the typical game you'd expect from Trey. Bogdanovic wasn't good. Collins wasn't as involved as he probably should have been. All around, we didn't really have anyone outside of Trey. For the Nets, Dunn did a good job as he could have done. 22 points on 8 for 18 shooting is good for us. KD wasn't good. He missed a lot of shots he'll normally make. We won't get so lucky next time. Outside of that, there wasn't really anyone. Dinwiddie was fine, though. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Next one won't be nearly as long, probably. We went through a lot in this game, believe it or not. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. And y'all have a good one.